I want to ask you, Chad, how do you? I want to ask, how do you think about both the theory and practice of money? And now we're just jumping right in to this is not a simple question, so it doesn't need a short answer. But how do you think about the theory and practice of money?
Yeah, this you can't answer this in a short way. But so my basic premise, and TJ, I've actually listened to your sermon twice on the podcast, and
The one
I
about
loved it.
money from a few weeks
Yes,
ago, right, or a
yes,
month or two ago.
yes.
Yeah.
So I share a very similar overarching theory about money, and the first thing is that it is all His. So I do believe that I am simply a steward of everything that God has given me, and that would not just that would go beyond money. So I think God has given me a skill set to go and earn money. So I believe that I should be a steward of that skill set and maximize the potential that He's given me to do that. And then when in turn I'm compensated or blessed or given in return money for the skills that He has given me to earn it, then I should be a steward of that money. You've heard me talk on this before, but another premise that I work under when I think about money for my family and for me is that I am on a journey. And there was a finite beginning of that journey as it relates to money and giving, but there is no end. So I never can arrive at the place where, okay, I'm here, I'm good. And that's what I encourage anybody that ever asks me about giving or tithing or money. I always just try to get them to start. Just wherever you are on that spectrum, start and continue to move forward. Because there is so much that I have to learn about money. There is a place. There's always a place that I want to get to that's next. Some of that does require more money. Some of it doesn't. Some of it just requires more action and more faith and better stewardship on my part. So I do. The older I get, and this started as a very young kid for me, and I should give credit to my parents who literally started out every Sunday giving me a single dollar. I wasn't making money. I had no reason to tithe, right? Because I wasn't making an income. But the act of giving me a dollar to put in the envelope and then write on there how many days I read my Bible and if I went to Sunday school or, I don't know if I grew up in Southern Baptist.
And I'm tracking with you.
Yeah, and so there were there's the little boxes on the right-hand side. Did you bring your Bible to church? Check. Did you bring a friend? Check.
Oh,
did you read your Bible? How many days a week did you read your Bible?
In the Mennonite
Check.
Church.
Sunday school. Check. So, and in that, I would, and then you write on the envelope, how much is in here? And it was always $1.
Okay.
But I go back to that as really a foundation that taught me to give. And then as I started making money, I have had I've had a journey in my whole thinking about how much should I give on the net or the gross. Like I've gone through all those spectrums in my journey of giving, and I'm certainly not where I want to be in the future. But I think the fact that I do honestly believe that everything I have is for me to simply be a steward of. That creates a different environment for me to work under, and I can remember specific times in my life where I have physically in prayer or in meditation, I have physically the act of me putting my hands out like this in relation to my thoughts and my desires about how I want to handle money, to where I want to. This is a physical example of how I want to handle my money. So I want to feel like I'm always, it's here. It's do with it what you want. Because if I hold on to it, then that's going to create an environment that can get sinful.